This is News 6 Tonight.
Hey, thank you for joining us for News 6 Tonight. This is the Wednesday edition, and it seems like we just had Wednesday a week ago. We did. Time is flying quickly. There is so little
She
year.
is a philosopher.
There is
I know
so
what you're thinking.
little year left, and crazy Thanksgiving is a week away, a week
That
and one
is
day.
crazy.
I don't know what
2025.
happens. Yeah, but thank you. We know you're busy out there. Thank you for making a little bit of time in your night to catch up on some of the day's headlines. And as usual, we have a lot of big stories we have to get to. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
Hey, I'm Matt Austin. Glad you're with us. Glad you're here with me, Gigi. You are one of my favorite humans on earth. And by the way, Trump just did sign the bill to release the Epstein files.
Yeah.
So it's not going to take place immediately. Just getting these updates right now.
Yep.
But within 30 days or so, the Justice Department is supposed to.
I don't think
release
people
those
expected it
puppies.
to happen that quickly.
Man, it got through the House with one person who voted against it, unanimous in the Senate, and then the president.
He said he
signed
would, so
right
he
away.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming through. Okay, let's talk about this story that we have on a cruise ship. This is a mystery on a cruise ship, and it continues to take these little turns in the story. We're getting these just little morsels, these breadcrumbs leading us to possibly what happened here. An 18-year-old cheerleader from Titusville. Her body was found under a bed in a stateroom on a Carnival cruise. Now, according to some new documents filed, not in this case, this isn't a report based on a murder or anything like
No.
that. These new documents were filed in a child custody case
Of all things.
between this family. So Anna Kepner's her name. She was joined on the cruise by her dad, Christopher, and her stepmother, Chantel, and at least two of Chantel Kepner's children from another marriage. That's what the court records are
An
telling
8 and
us.
16-year-old.
Right, 8 and 16. And they are the subject of a child custody dispute, according to these court records. So our investigator, Mike DeForest, is taking a close look at this. And looking at these records, he can tell it appears that it's this 16-year-old step brother who may be investigated for this murder. Let's take a look.
I'm News 6 investigator Mike DeForest. The FBI is not releasing any details about Titusville teen Anna Kepner's death on a Carnival cruise ship. But according to these court documents from an unrelated child custody case, Anna Kepner's 16-year-old stepbrother, quote, is a suspect in her death. When Anna Kepner departed on the Carnival Horizon cruise ship earlier this month, the 18-year-old was joined by her father, her stepmother, and at least two of her stepmother's children from another marriage, an 8-year-old daughter and 16-year-old son. Now, these newly obtained court records from a child custody dispute between the stepmother and her ex-husband are revealing new details about the Titusville teen's demise. The 16-year-old child is now a suspect in the death of Anna Kepner during the cruise, the ex-husband's attorney writes. Miami-Dade County's medical examiner says Anna Kepner died on November 7th, the day before the cruise ship returned to port. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News a housekeeper found the 18-year-old's body under the bed in her stateroom. The FBI has not confirmed those details. Anna Kepner's stepbrother was released from custody and is now living with a relative of his mom, according to court documents. This was to ensure the safety of the youngest child of the parties, as well as the safety of the remaining child of the stepfather.
So that is maybe the most interesting portion of this story, is that this stepson, he's not arrested, but what he is this stepson was put with another family member to keep him away from that 8-year-old. So they are obviously worried.
Who's apparently a sibling.
About endangering that little one. And it's just a strange story. The more we uncover, the odd
It's so
details just
strange
keep
because the
coming.
mom had to actually tell officials, I cannot appear for this custody hearing or this dispute because one of my kids is possibly being investigated for a death on board a cruise ship. That's the only reason we know about this, because the FBI is not telling us any of this. And this information is not from the FBI. It's from these court documents and, of course, the family themselves. It is such a curious case, and you wonder what in the world happened. What had happened before they even got on that cruise ship? Because I know they said the night before she disappeared or was found dead the next day that she was saying she didn't feel well. And the scene, we don't know what the scene looks like, but I can't imagine that it is a gory scene because she's wrapped in something and hidden under a bed. If it's a bloody scene, I don't know if a child or a teen can clean up something like that. It is just, we're just speculating at this point, but it really just lends itself to all kinds of questions. What in the world happened in that stateroom to this 18-year-old who had such a promising future ahead of her?
Well, hopefully they can uncover it. It does appear that they are focusing that investigation on the 16-year-old stepbrother. What motive would be there? What is going on with this? Why are they looking into them? All questions we hope to get answered sometime in the near future.
Well, we really hope so because it has been going on for a couple of weeks now, and I'm sure this family just wants answers, and the Titusville community is really upset. Her actual service is happening tomorrow evening, and our community correspondent James Barbero has been doing a great work covering that angle of the story because people in that community really, really loved her, and she was just really a wonderful person, according to the people who really knew her. Another story that is just heartbreaking here and didn't even start in Central Florida. It's a little girl who is out of Miami, Margate, Florida, South Florida. She has not been seen for months. She's 10 years old, and her mom is in jail right now. And her dad, who came to Central Florida to make a plea, because the last place this little girl was seen as was possibly at a bus stop outside of the Florida Mall. And it's the last time anyone saw her. And this was over the summer. Now, keep in mind, her name is Gabrielle Terrelong. She's 10 years old. Where is this 10-year-old child? Who is she with? And the dad is just asking if anyone knows anything. He just wants some closure because he hasn't seen her in months. Her other family members haven't seen her in months, and her mom certainly hasn't seen her in months. Our community correspondent, Laverne McGee, has more on the dad coming and asking for help today.
There's a desperate search to find a missing 10-year-old little girl. I'm Laverne McGee in Orange County. Behind me here is the bus stop at the Florida Mall where she was last seen, and there is a $5,000 reward for anyone with information.
From the bottom of my heart, I just want to find my daughter. I want her to come home.
Gabrielle Terrelong's father says he will not leave Central Florida until he finds his daughter. It was June 30th of this year when Gabrielle and her mother Pasha arrived at the Florida Mall. Authorities say they may have been on their way to Osceola County. The Margate Police Department has been in Central Florida working with local and state law enforcement to search for her. At the request of MPD, detectives from the Osceola County Sheriff's Office have canvassed abandoned hotels in the area of West 192 looking for her. According to OCSO, the family has been known to frequent this area in the past. They searched several old hotels, including the abandoned Orlando Sun Resort. She wasn't reported missing until last month on October 29th after it was discovered that her mother, Pasha, was incarcerated.
Miss Davis, you're charged with 1 count neglect of a child without great bodily harm.
34-year-old Pasha Davis was arrested at the Lauderhill Transit Station after police learned Gabrielle hadn't been seen for months. Davis's arrest report claims she was allegedly shoplifting at Margate Dollar Store, and officials say she told them she does not know where the girl is, saying she should be with her father.
She's a very outgoing girl, very vibrant. She likes to have fun, but she is shy too.
I'm terrified for this little girl.
It's baffling to me that June 30th was the last time the mom said that she saw her and they were together at this Florida Mall outside at the bus stop, but the little girl wasn't reported missing until October.
Everybody thought the mom had her, and then when the mom got picked up for shoplifting, and they say, "Where's the little girl?" and she says, "Oh, she's with the dad. Go check that
Clearly
out." So,
not, because the dad is now asking, where is his child?
yeah, he's making a plea.
Your heart just really aches to figure out what happened to this little girl. And by all accounts, things do not look good right now. But you just want to know.
Hopefully,
You just want answers.
Hopefully, a miracle happens and she's okay.
I would love a Christmas miracle.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just imagine this for a moment. 4 men dressed in dark clothing show up at your door in the middle of the night.
You can stop right there.
You're done. You're out, right? That's enough for you. They're trying to break into this home, and you can see the whole thing on Ring doorbell footage. So I want you to show this video and watch. This is in Deltona, as the one thing they didn't account for apparently was a locked door.
A door, a closed door. The guy
figured
gives it
out,
the shoulder and then gives up.
Yeah, they gave up quickly. They're trying to hide their faces. You
There
can
he is. He's
see
going to try the lock,
this
and
whole
then he's going to
group.
ram it. There.
And if you look, it looks like at least one of them is holding something. And so they ram the door, they walk away, then they're like,
Well,
"Oh,
that
let's."
guy, look at what's in his hand there.
Yeah.
There's some, he definitely have something there.
So they're
Um,
trying to, yeah, there's all sorts. You can see his face pretty well. He'll knock on the door and they're hoping that somebody comes and cracks open the door so they can force their way inside. And
This is 4 in the morning.
God
Somebody,
knows what.
you're home. If you're home, you're sleeping. You can hear the dogs barking in the house because the dogs know nobody's supposed to be out there at this hour. It's just insane. And then apparently, before they leave, they shoot up the house.
Yeah, that's right. And so this was a big commotion. Let's listen to a neighbor talking about it.
Well, what did you see? Describe it.
I seen the crime scene tape. I seen the crime scene units, all the police cars. So
What was going through your mind?
I was very nervous, very concerned.
Okay, I just have to point out. I don't know if it's irony. Her shirt says "fearless." She says, "I was
I
very
don't know what that
concerned."
means, but look at all the bullet holes. So they got
Oof.
the way the police report reads, they got angry that they couldn't get inside the house, and then they just started shooting at the house. Okay, maybe that's a possibility, or maybe these 4 armed
Why this
guys
house?
showed up here and wanted to get in because did they know somebody inside?
I don't know.
Did they know there was something inside? Were they angry? Why were they firing bullets
At that
this
hour,
house?
4 in the morning. That's like a witching hour. It is terrifying to have anybody come to your door. You're not going to expect somebody at that time. And if you look at your doorbell cam and you see 4 people with hoodies, you can barely see their faces, and it is pitch black out there. What are you supposed to do?
It'll make you think twice about how strong your front door is.
You better
know?
fortify that thing. And if that's going to be the deterrent for these guys with guns, then please fortify it.
Right.
And make sure it is closed and locked at all times. Well, the police saw the car that they apparently were getting away in, gave chase all the way to Orange County, because this is in Deltona, Volusia County, and they lost them. So they're still out there.
They're out there.
They're still out there.
But they're out there with some pretty clear pictures on the news. At
A
least that
couple
one
of them.
guy who
Yeah,
walked right up.
right there, sir.
All right, we have a lot more coming up for you here on News 6 tonight. I got to get out and do a story that I'm very interested in.
You're very passionate about it, too.
Florida law changed, allowing pregnant women to buy $15 for a disabled parking permit. And I spoke to some folks at a rehab center about what they think about this, folks who really need those permits. We'll be right back.
Yeah, and he got the link from the shirt just a little while ago, I think. So make sure we have that for News 6 tonight. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We know you're busy, but news doesn't stop, and neither do we.
That's right. And this is News 6 Tonight, where we leverage this entire busy newsroom with our community correspondents, our producers, our content desk, and then we filter through that. We have a casual conversation about the news that impacts Central Florida.
Yeah, we live here in the community, and we rely on you for our neighborhood network because you're our eyes and ears as well, and we can't do it without you.
So you can watch us all over the place, YouTube, News 6 Plus app, and clickorlando.com. While you're here, feel free to engage. Let us know who you are and where you're from. Welcome back to News 6 Tonight. The nice thing about this job working here at News 6 is, Ginger, you and I get to explore a lot of stories that we have interest in ourselves. And I have a family member very close, my dad, who is disabled. He uses a disabled parking
Mr.
permit.
Chuck.
He needs it, yes. And so when this new law came about, I was interested to hear from that community. Okay, so brand new Florida law as of July, pregnant women can just get a doctor's note that says you are pregnant and you can get a parking permit to park in any disabled parking spot that you want.
For a whole year.
You get it for a whole 8 months pregnant, and you can get this.
Your baby could
parking
be a
placard.
month old.
I think you have to be pregnant. I think you're supposed to actually.
I don't know if
but-
it's for a year.
But well, yes, you're right. If you say you got it when you were 8 months
Yeah.
pregnant, then you have that you can have it for up to a full year.
Mhm.
So now, at first look, this sounds like a great idea. We all love pregnant women. We all came from a pregnant woman. We want the best things for them.
Science.
Right. So we instinctively you want to help a pregnant woman.
Of
But
course.
the people who made this bill may not have spoken to everybody involved, because right now 7% of the Florida population is disabled. 2% of parking spots can accommodate people like that. There just aren't enough spots if you talk to these folks.
I like how you say they may not have spoken to the people who really use the spaces. It sounds like they didn't speak to any of them when you hear
That's
your
what
story.
it sounds like. And I'm going to show you my story that I did, and I want you to pay close attention to the lawmaker who made this happen and her sort of flippant joke that she makes as she discusses this. Take a look.
I spoke with 4 families at Next Step Rehabilitation in Orlando about the current state of disabled parking.
So this is how I get here.
Life can be a struggle for all of them,
There's a car, Rachel.
and parking lots are some of the most stressful places.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. It's not just the convenience of being closer. It's about the extra space.
A handicap-accessible van requires space, and lots of it.
This isn't enough space for you to get. You have to swing wide. Yeah, exactly. So I need to swing like all the way like here.
But these wide spaces are hard to find, and it may get harder.
I feel very strongly that pregnancy is not a disability. I just want to be able to park up front.
In July, Florida law started allowing any pregnant woman to get a disabled permit, giving them access to these vital spots for up to a year. A Florida woman from Leon County is now suing the state over the new law. The suit claims 7% of Floridians are disabled, but only 2% of parking spots can accommodate them.
I realized that I had it within my power to help women like me.
Representative Fiona McFarland got her wish, but disabled people say an already frustrating situation may have just gotten worse.
It might sound harsh, but I think it's just a bit excessive. I really feel like women's bodies were created for carrying babies, and people have done it for many, many years.
So I don't know about you, but I was interested to see how that lawmaker made that statement.
Mhm.
It did come off as a little bit callous.
It got-
if
well,
you're
it
in
did.
that community.
And people started laughing, and there's nothing funny about needing a disabled or handicapped spot.
Right. But it's one of those things. Now, this passed in the Florida House and the Congress.
It was in a transportation bill?
It was stuck in a transportation bill. It passed unanimously. No one was against this transportation bill because this was just really a little part of a much bigger bill. But it's interesting speaking to people who are bothered by it, because they say, really, this was a problem before.
And
It's currently a really big issue. Sometimes they have to park at the back of the lot and take up 2 spots just so that they can get in and out of their car and not have to worry about somebody parking right.
And when we first started talking about this story, we thought, okay, how many people even know about it? Because we're just finding out about it.
Yes, and I just got the numbers today, and I was surprised. I didn't know what number I was going to expect to happen.
I didn't expect this number.
So we asked the Department of Motor Vehicles how many of these pregnancy parking permits have given out. Again, just started in July. 7,800, nearly 8,000 people have applied for these permits.
I feel like, are we letting people know it's out there and more people will start applying? Because, they didn't, it's like, oh, I want that. I'm pregnant. I can get that for $15. But keep in mind, if you're already having a difficult pregnancy, you can already apply for one of these. and get special exception.
Right.
So
So those blue placards there,
Yeah.
they are for somebody who is permanently disabled. And by the way, every 2 years, they were laughing when I was talking to them. They go, every 2 years I have to prove I'm disabled. This is somebody in a wheelchair who's facing a
That's
life of
unfortunate.
handicap, disability.
I will say to you, to your face and publicly, that I am so sorry because when we first brought this up, I gave you such a hard time. I'm like, until you have a uterus, please don't talk about pregnant women.
And I said, by the way, I said nothing bad about pregnant
No,
women.
you
I love
didn't.
pregnant
You didn't. But you're like, these spaces are for this, this, and this. And I'm like, well, if they're having a hard time, then they should have it. But Jose, in your story, really was a solid demonstration of I've never seen someone who needed the space and got into the van, right?
Yes.
And how much space he actually needs and how wide he has to go to get in there. That just flipped my mind as to the total thinking. And if you're just having some discomfort and don't want to walk a far distance, I'm sorry, but Jose can't walk.
And I think we would all vote for expecting mom
Yeah.
parking, more of that. Give us more of that and put it right next to there. They don't even really
course.
care about being that close. They
No.
care about
The
that 8
space.
to 10
Yeah,
feet.
yeah, exactly. But nice job. Good
Thanks.
reporting and good solid numbers there. Okay, speaking of solid numbers, what would you do if you had an empty old Sears store, 126,000 square feet, just sitting in a mall, just waiting for something to come?
Pickleball. I would put
You
a
already
pickleball.
said that. Inside pickleball in Florida. It was sold. Well, there is something coming to the Oviedo Mall. People speculated, and now a sign is up, and it's going to open just in time for Black Friday. Our community correspondent, Catherine Silver, tells us about super crazy hot buys. And it is super.
the name of
That's
this
it.
place?
Super. It's super. All right, let's look.
New spaces and old places where some doors have closed, new concepts are coming in. You could say it's a revolving door, a problem not unique to just this mall, but many that have become retail relics. Enter the newest tenant, Super Crazy Hot Buys, and we're taking you inside. You guys have a lot of space to work with.
For this opening, because we're so close to Christmas, there is 40 containers of designated toys.
This is 122,500 square feet, their largest liquidation store yet. Spot the clothing rack, the ball pit, the floor lamp.
Someone will get this for $17 this Black Friday.
The owner explains they resell returns or surplus stock. I see Target, Amazon,
Correct.
at ridiculously low prices. Is there anything you don't sell?
I don't think so.
They have.
Is there anything you don't sell? That woman was about to say that she bought a whole outfit from head to toe for $6.
$6. Nice.
That is super
I've always
crazy.
wanted to get one of those pallets of just random technology.
Oh, we've talked
for-
about that.
yeah.
And just do an unboxing.
I would love that. All right, let's get you over to meteorologist Jonathan Kagas.
He has something really cool that he's going to talk about tonight at 9:30. And Jonathan, I'm so nosy. I need to know about
Give us a
this
little
now
taste.
because it's something that has never happened before, and it happened during Melissa.
Yeah. Do we have the video on that? I don't know if we have.
Were you sharing it? Did you have it on your computer?
Did you? Okay, I thought you guys were having it. Sorry.
No, we were
No,
talking to you
all right,
about it. Never
describe
mind.
it in depth.
I failed you,
Miscommunication
Jonathan.
there.
I'm sorry.
No. That's okay. I'm gonna pull it up right now so we can share the screen. I have it. We're all ready to go. I just need to hit that play button if the computer is gonna load tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So this is from Black Swift Technologies. Okay, they are a private company that works with NOAA. We've done a lot of stories with the uncrewed systems. Let me back this up just a little bit. You see a lot of things falling. It's a little black right now. So that was Kermit that it just dropped from. So that was that belly of the airplane you saw there. That was the Hurricane Hunter aircraft. Now this is the Black Swift drone. The uncrewed system that is going to go in and do its thing and get
Oof.
further down to the surface. It's dropping its parachute right now. You'll see the wings come out in just 1 second. But for the first time ever, we have video of an uncrewed system not only dropping out of a plane, we've seen that before,
Oh.
but now
Look at that.
going into its controlled flight. So that's where the record-breaking thing comes down, and now it's going to be flying around. I got to interview the CEO and founder of Black Swift today, and he was telling me that this thing, it was for 15 minutes, it was hanging 30 feet above the ocean surface. So obviously those Hurricane Hunter aircraft, they're not getting that close to the water. They're about 10,000 feet up.
Yeah.
And this was continuous in the storm for 2 hours.
Very
100
cool.
119
All right,
minutes.
Jonathan Kagas.
I
Interesting
love
stuff.
that.
Crazy
You guys-
stuff.
You're going to talk about more of that coming up at 9:30?
Oh, More of that, and there's also breaking news when it comes to Hurricane Melissa about a month later. So we're going to talk about that. A lot of stuff happening today when it comes to hurricane season. Thankfully, it's quiet. We're going to get all into that at 9:30.
Consider yourself teased, everybody.
Hey, we'll be right back. Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so thankful that you're joining us here wherever you found us.
Yeah, you know what this tells me? If you have made this your new streaming destination, it tells me you're smart. Also, good looking. Because you chose to watch the news in a different way. That makes you really smart. Anybody can give you the news from a teleprompter or an old newspaper. We do it in a fresh new way.
That's right. So check us out wherever you like to stream. We have this app for your TV, News 6 Plus. You can find it on Roku and Amazon and whatever your smart TV is cooking. So thank you. We would love to hear your comments down
Oh my
below.
gosh. Yeah.
And then we'll show them.
Yeah, we will. News 6 Plus. The plus is you.
Ooh.
Hey, that's going to do it for News 6 Tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us for the news at 10 o'clock. We will have more on that Deltona ring cam video because those 4 suspects, whoever they are still out there. We'll see you at 10.
Right. Have a great night.